place for hosting this each and every week and their vision that they had. They also brought in Lee, and we've got Ray Villegas, the Vice President of Lee, with us today. So welcome, Ray. Ray's been hanging out in Claremont a little closer drive for him, but we always enjoy when Ray is here to join us. We've got John from the SBDC. It is an absolutely free service, so if you are looking for some business advice, business structuring, just go on, talk to John on how to get signed up with them. And then we've also got the UCF Incubator. I think Brian might be in Claremont today. And just keep in mind, Claremont is kind of our sister chapter. So we want to support both of them. We want you to make this your home chapter, but we do want you to support that one. They're killing it over there. But still visit, see what they're doing. And one county, two different sides of the county, two different approaches and viewpoints, but then come back here and see us. So we thank Brian for everything that he does with the incubator.
Cool. Can I say one thing?
Yes.
Okay. So, you know my rule about pictures? Who knows my rule about taking a picture of people? Okay, Delaney knows. We need to take a picture of John and Ray because you want to get to meet these people. And I know when you leave, you're going to forget. Yes, you will forget. Trust me, you'll forget. So when you see them on your camera roll, it's going to remind you to meet with them. They have a lot of resources that you as a business owner, or maybe you're a potential business owner, they have a lot of resources that you need to know. Okay, so that's my rule on taking pictures.
I think Ray is questioning that right now. We won't see Ray until probably spring.
So, our sponsors, Happy Hippie Customs. Where is Arlene? There she is. Thanks to Arlene, she is supplying our food this morning, and she has been supplying it all month long. For a few months. All quarter. So we are looking for additional food sponsors for 2026. So if you would like to be a food sponsor, come chat with any of us with our name tag. We're our organizers. Todd's over there, Greg, any of us, Arlene. If you see us with a name tag, come chat with us because we'd love to have you come and join us. And then Foxtail Coffee has been our coffee sponsor since the beginning. So if you meet somebody here today and you think, I need to learn more about what they do, grab a cup of coffee at Foxtail and get to know them a little better. You never know, they might be able to help you.
Right, we do have a first quarter food sponsor. We'll double check and make sure she's still in line, but we need second, third, and fourth quarters. We want to fill up the year so we don't have to worry about that, come March 15th that we don't have a food sponsor for the second quarter. So what is 1 million cups? It is for the community, by the community. I say this every single week. I think that is one of the best ways to phrase and say what this program is about. This is where we give back. The community gives back to the community by supporting each other. I never think that none of us are in business for competition. We are all in business to support each other and help each other. And I think that's just the most appropriate way that we can put this. It's a hub or home base for entrepreneurs in Lake County. This is where we meet and you can partner with other business people in the community. We're now part of 115 chapters across the country. Until January 7th, we were the only county in the country with two. Volusia County is opening their second one on January 7th. So we can't take that claim anymore, but we're going to take it for the rest of the month. But we'll be up to 116 across the country. Every week, there's never a cost to attend. Everything is provided for you. So just come, give your support, give back to the presenters, and again, enjoy the coffee and the food.
We were first, though. We were first.
We were first.
We
We
were first in the whole world.
So we will say we were the first county in the country to have two chapters. But if you're a business person, I think one of the things that I've talked to some different people, and you probably have these conversations too. People say, well, I've never owned a business. I've never owned a business, but that's okay. We have business experience. We have experience in life, dealing in business, dealing with people. You don't have to own a business to be here. If you are a business person and you get a W-2 every year, you still have experience and you've still dealt with issues within your own small business within that company that you will give valuable feedback. So don't think you have to be a business owner just to attend. There's a lot of successful W-2 employees that can be here and can give great feedback for everything that they've done.
So what is 1MC? It's about presentations and not pitches. So every week we have presenters come up and they do not solicit for money, right? Nobody's been asked for their wallet. And it's free. So it's a safe place for business owners, business people to come to get ideas. So Delaney, you've presented a couple times and you have gotten some great ideas, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and your business has grown from it. Yes. Alan, the same thing, you've presented a couple times. Who else has presented? you presented, did you present once or twice? Once, okay. Did you feel a little bit of lift? You had more inquiry? Did you present the Whimsy Market? I can't remember. Okay.
Time to present a second time too.
Yeah, we need to pass the clipboard to you.
It sounds like we have many people that are ready to present for the first time. We'll only have, 4 or 5 in here that have presented once.
Yeah.
So, sign up.
So it's about connecting with others. So this is like the therapy session for people that are in business, want to be in business. This is a safe place for you to come and present your ideas, because we as the audience will give you really good feedback on how to grow and where to venture next.
All right, so who is here for the first time? Please stand up. So, first, let's welcome them for being first timers. So we're going to ask you, in the non-networking frame of mind, we're going to ask you just to give your name and your business name.
Andy Kerr, spouse.
That's a great job.
My name is Mindy Kerr, and I run Mindy Kerr Coaching, and I do a certified Enneagram EQ coach. So.
And Mindy is presenting
I'm a 9 in February.
next month.
I'm a 9.
Hi, I'm Tanya Santos, and my business, I don't have a name yet, but I'm still trying to figure it out. It's going to be a laundry business.
Well, you need to come here. We can help you with your name.
Yeah, that sounds like a future presenter as well.
That does right there. We did have that lady, the bun cakes. Yeah. That was a really interesting one. She was starting a business, and her last name was Bunce, and she was doing a bun cake business. So we were helping her. That was fun. So you definitely got to.
Yeah, we've had people present
Yes.
on a thought for the name of their business.
Yes. So if you've got a business idea, who here has an idea? Okay, business idea. You got an idea? Yes. Okay, so you need to present too. So if you've got a business idea, you want to maybe expand your products, maybe you think you want to go into business, maybe you're not sure if you should go into business, you are a candidate to present. It's totally free to present. We won't charge you, and we will give you lots of ideas. So if you are interested in presenting, maybe you've got some what's keeping you up at night, maybe there's some things in your business, maybe it's hiring, maybe it's finding the right talent, maybe it's organizing, how to delegate, how to organize. We can help you with those ideas, because all of us here have had those things that can keep us up at night, and we've all figured out how to overcome some of those things that keep us up overnight. So we can share that with you. So please get with any of us with an orange and white name tag. We'd be happy to get you signed up to present, and we will give you a template, a slide template, so it's not the Wild West. You're not going to have to go out on your own. We'll help you. So come talk to us. We would love to have you present.
All right, so we're going to start off with the question of the day. So what's the most surprising or meaningful item you've ever given a second life to? Whether by repurposing, donating, or discovering it in an unexpected place? That's a great question. I love that. Greg, you with us? Greg.
So I am prone to repurposing and recycling, and I can give you a dozen different stories. Two specifically is my clothes a lot lately and repurposing. I went to Doin shop and purchased some jeans, and I made my really wide bell bottom type pants. And then when the hurricane came through and took out our probably 27-year-old fence, I have taken to the point of using all of my fence wood for my art and for the backers that I use. And that has been the best decision, because taking pallets apart is horrible.
I'd say mine, I repurpose stuff all the time. Roof, tin roof, etc. But I think the one that's meaningful to me is my daily driver is my dad's 2001 Suburban. That's just the car I drive.
I took an old Singer sewing machine and refurbished it and then made it into a coffee table, and also one for an entry table. And then for our farm, because we have over 300 animals, we don't have money to buy that many pins, so we repurpose a lot of old scrap wood and people's throwaways and things like that. We just take them apart and rebuild.
So you guys know the old console TVs that have the little dial on it where you sent your kid up as the remote? So I took one of those apart and I turned it into an aquarium. So that was my favorite repurposing.
So I got some old windows from my grandmother, and I started painting them and giving them as gifts. And it's now turned into like a second hobby for me. I love painting and painting on windows. The sun shines through it and just makes it look really pretty. So I love that.
So one of my passions is woodworking, and when I was first starting out, a gentleman in my church found out about it and brought me this chunk of wood that he didn't know what it was, but he knew that his father, who recently passed, had it in his barn for decades and didn't know why it was so important to him. So I took it, and it was an exotic type of wood, and I went ahead and just took a piece of that and made coasters for that guy, and then gave them back to him. So it was really cool.
I got a call from a friend of mine in Melbourne who's a handyman, and he said, I've just been directed by my client to tear down double shadow buck 544 80-foot fence. I mean, the wood was in wonderful condition. So I was building a deck, so I brought it up and using a different design because the boards were too short for the 20-foot deck. So I did this design and repurposed it as my deck.
All right, so that was a great question. I gotta say, I guess I repurposed my marriage because my third one seems to be the best one.
Times the charm.
Does that count? I don't know. Right.
CC Green is watching with you.
She better be watching. Right.
I was just talking to a neighbor from our brokerage yesterday. He had just bought the house across the street. It's an old house. And one of the things that he does is restore these old houses and stuff. And he goes around to find when people throw out these pink toilets and sinks like that. I guess it's worth a lot of money because of the retro and all that jazz. And that's what he does. He goes to these different places, and when they're throwing out stuff, they repurpose it.
All right, Wendy, you want to introduce the format and our speaker?
Yeah. All right, so we have two presenters this morning.
No, actually, we only have one.
Oh, we just have, okay, a little typo. All right, so we have, Delaney, you're speaking.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
so Delaney, this is your third time speaking.
It is.
Yes, so this is so awesome. Third time. So she's going to have 6 minutes to present, and then we're going to follow up with 20 minutes of feedback. So please, when you give your feedback, keep it tight, okay? So we're all going to like kind of think like this when we give feedback, not like this, because we got to give a lot of people, we got to give enough people time to give feedback. If you have a lot you want to give, if you've got a list, because we've had people that have had lists, no lists.
I think you were a teacher in a past life.
You can take your list to Delaney after. So keep your feedback succinct, okay? So let's give a warm welcome to Delaney with Doin Good Shoppe.
All right, thank you. Anybody who knows me knows that I am literally going at the 6 minute mark because I can talk for days on the things that I'm passionate about. All right, Doin Good Shoppe, where every purchase has a greater purpose. Y'all have heard me talk about doing good junk removal, right?
That's this guy right here. That one.
But I'm not coming to you as that today. In fact, I am coming to you today as the Chief Encouragement Officer. I'm the CEO. Thank you, Aaron, and Arlene for configuring this. Y'all know I'm an encourager, right? That's what I do. And I'm super excited to be able to do that in our next business venture, which just started. I do have notes. I'm going to refer to them every once in a while, but I really want to be able to see your eyes because I want you to see my heart, okay, in this business. Thank you, sir. He picks up after me. Appreciate that. All right. So our new thrift store is right here in Mount Dora. And you heard our tagline, same heart, same community spirit, just another way to do good. All right, that's our purpose. So our shop is located in the old Cat Protection Society thrift store. You guys know where that's at? Raise your hand. Ooh, if you don't know where that's at, it's at 3725 County Road 19A, and you'll have that when we leave, so you don't have to write that down or remember that. That building has been a staple of thrifting for over 30 years in this community. And so we're grateful and honored to continue providing great deals and household treasures to the community. We didn't want to see that legacy end, and so we wanted to elevate it and keep blessing this area with a thrift store. We are a for-profit thrift store, not a not-for-profit. So we give back to the community because we want to, not because we have to as a 501c3. Many of you know 501c3s have a lot of red tape, and I didn't want to be a part of that. I didn't want the government or anybody else telling me what I could do with the proceeds that we get. And so in order to take control of that, we decided to be a for-profit thrift store. We recognize that we are not the only ones doing good in this community. And so we see this as a platform of an opportunity to shine the light on others who are also doing good in our community. We want our shop to become a platform of generosity, collaboration, and community connection. Every month we select a local cause, nonprofit, a ministry, a mission to feature and support. We will have 3 ways that we partner with each cause. We will have a roundup or a counter box. They get 100% of customers can round up or check out and give directly into the counter box donation. They get 100% of that. Number 2, a portion of the store proceeds will go to that cause as a gift from Doing Good Shop. We'll also have a tangible items collection box. Not everybody can give money, right? We all know that. But our cause this month is The Rock at Umatilla Middle School, and they are really in need of leggings and sweatpants. And so we love being able to have a tangible items box where people can say, hey, I got those old leggings that I don't ever wear anymore, and instead of them being in my drawer in the back where I never even touch them, I could give myself some more room in my drawer, and I could bless somebody else, and they can come and we're a drop-off point for that. So each month we will collect those and give those. This way customers don't just shop, they join in doing good. All right? So that's kind of our mission. We want the shop to be more than a thrift store. We want to create a space where people can shop, browse, eat, gather, converse, and relax. Sound like a place you want to go to? All right, we want our atmosphere to offer peace, comfort, rest, and community, a sanctuary in a fast-paced world. Some people shop for deals, some people shop for fun, some just come in because they need a moment away. We are building a space where all of that is welcome. So, our current challenges, let's go ahead and go to that one. Connections to other causes and organizations who are also doing good. I want to know them all. Okay, I want to know them all. So if you know any, please bring those to me. Also, how can we find consistent, trustworthy volunteers that can get behind our mission, and how do we keep them engaged long term? What are your favorite low-cost or collaborative marketing strategies locally that reliably drive foot traffic? We're looking to get people into our shop. We believe that once they're in our shop, they'll return, and they'll tell their friends. Other income-producing opportunities using any and all bits of that acre. We are on 1 full acre of land. And I would love to have events and food trucks and all the things, and we have the possibilities of doing all of that, but I'm looking for creative ways to bring people in. Also, what delegation strategies or role structures will help us to step out of day-to-day operations without losing excellence, and simple ways to keep a database of customers to reach out for updates, deals, events, etc. All right, next. I will talk really quick. So I would like for you to just read the board. I know that you guys cannot see the board, so I'm going to say it really fast. But for social media, I need to keep it regular, keep it relevant. I would love to know what you want to see, what would attract you to our Facebook page. And then how often to post content. I'm not entirely sure. For walk-in customers, how do we attract the ones that don't even know we exist? It says Doing Good Shop. It doesn't say anything about a thrift store. Do I need to put a sign? Do I need to put a flag? Do I need to have Zane in one of those suits outside? Like, I don't know. Also seasonal promotions and traffic drivers, right? I'm all about collaboration. If you've known me for any time at all, you know that I love to collaborate. Local causes and organizations, food trucks, vendors, influencers, churches, private parties wanting to donate money to good causes, because we didn't take out a loan to do this, right? We were directed not to do that by the one who manages our money. And so we said, okay, we're going out on faith on this, and we just feel like the community is going to really back us up on this. And y'all are our community, so we'd appreciate you backing us up on this. I'm just kidding. Okay, next slide. The bonus and most important to me is balancing store operations with life. All right, delegation, empowering staff and volunteers, protecting my family time. There's 9 of us, and they all need my time, and they're the most important things to me. So I need to make sure that I'm honoring that, and also keeping consistent hours without crushing me. So next. All right, here's the ways you can help us, but I think that first let's go back to the challenges. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, so
That's for the last question that you asked. How can we help you? There we go.
So let's pick 2 challenges to start with. What 2 are the most important? We have a lot here.
Yeah, there is a lot. So I would say foot traffic is like our biggest thing. Foot traffic and how to get people into the store. And then the second thing would probably be creative ideas on how to potentially even bring in the rent money using the acre. That's not necessarily sales within the store.
So foot traffic and rent money, however that looks, however that comes in, that might not be to pay the rent?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, please.
Yeah, I mean to pay all the things, right? Because you got garbage, you got insurance, you got.
So before we start with the feedback, we've got a lot of hands going up. We're going to get to you all. Let's thank Delaney again. I think the most important part is the heart behind everything that she does. So, Todd, start us off.
So, Todd Ellie, Neighbors of Lake Eustis. I went into Delaney's shop last week-ish. I brought my in-laws, and my father-in-law was floored finding stuff he liked in there. I found an ice maker for my outdoor dartboard setup. Was really cool. We found all kinds of great stuff. Great place. Definitely give it a shot. You've got an acre back there. That's huge usable land. The last time I wished my backyard was bigger is when Jesse over there came and set up an inflatable bounce house and went, you don't have room for all this giant thing. I think that would be amazing if it was like, let's do a little, city carnival. Let's put a couple of bounce houses, sell some cheap hot dogs, get the kids to come in, they can run around, play, $1 to admission, whatever. And then everyone goes through the shop. All rides must exit through the thrift shop. And they go out that way.
So real quick before we get, because I want to follow up on that, because that's a great idea. Our church just did a clothing drive for women that need clothing for. Our church is big enough to do it. A lot of churches aren't. So to combine with that, this is getting people into the shop because they're gonna get rides. They're gonna bring people in. Do a clothing drive for women that are in need of clothing for resumes or for job searching. Put the stuff in the back so they have a place to bring the kids because you may not be able to have childcare. But different events like that, work with the churches that can do that but are too small to host it on their own, that they have to come to you.
I was thinking about, last week a gentleman was asking me if he could park some dumpsters on one of my properties. He wants to pay, but he doesn't have a place to put the dumpsters when they're not in use. I know somebody else that has a trailer parked at my shop up the road because he doesn't have a place to do it. That would all be passive income. That would be pretty easy.
I have so many ideas for you. So many ideas. Okay, well, first off, on your social media thing, you should be posting at least 3 times a week. I think what would be really good for you is if you're doing stories and reels that are showcasing what's in your shop on a weekly basis. So every time you have something new, especially a higher ticket item, something that people want, make sure you're doing a reel about that. Hey, Delaney, do a good shop. This is what we have today, and make sure you're posting it consistently, at least 3 times a week is my recommendation.
Is it hurting if I'm doing it more than that?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
More content is better, but if you're somebody like me who's not, has to spend time on that, 3 times a week is golden, but more is better. And then as far as passive income, you know, what's the coffee shop that's on 441 or was, and now they have a new
Ground
shop?
Up.
Ground Up. So there's coffee shops like that want to set up all the time.
Josala's Coffee
Exactly.
is already. I'm looking at him in Facebook.
Okay.
He has already come by and he will be at our shop.
Okay, because I feel like that would be great because there's so much traffic on there. And then
Come by and get your coffee.
another thing is Bob's AC. We have a partnership with UPS. We're a UPS drop area, and UPS pays our company to use that space just to switch packages over. I don't know how you get into that, but that might be something to
I
look
can make
into.
phone calls.
Right.
Hey, Delaney, it's me. I made it. I really wanted to talk to you today. Alright, so Whimsy will do a pop-up with you. We have space in our thing. I've already talked to them about it anyway. We have room in the calendar next year. I would definitely add a thrift store sign somewhere. And at some point, somewhere in your, either your marketing or on the street itself. Because people just won't know. Chosen in Him charity is one that is a Christian-based charity that helps feed the homeless and clothe the homeless and things like that. They're partnering with us on Saturday. So if you guys can come out to the event on Saturday, please stop by the booth.
It's while I'm open. I'm open 10 to 4.
Well, we're open, the event's from 5 to 9.
Oh, I thought it was.
It's the night event.
Okay.
So if you can come by, if you cannot, I will then personally put you in contact, but I know you like a face-to-face thing, so reach out to her. About your posting, post the most popular items. So if you get something really cool like that ice maker that you mentioned with a really good price tag, post it. If you post all the really good stuff, people will see that and automatically want it if it's on a deal. On terms of posting right now, because you're so new, you post as much as possible, okay, for about a month. Then what you do is you go into your analytics, into your social media, and you see when is your audience actually the most engaging, because it does tell you that. And then you can start rearranging it, because that's what we did with Whimsy. We wanted to make sure that we weren't over flooding it, because we were noticing numbers going down. Once we changed that to when people were actually online, we noticed the engagement going up, okay? And then the last thing was fill your bag days. So you have a certain bag maybe that somebody will sponsor with your logo on it, and you give them a bag, or you can just say bring your own bag at this, no bigger than this size, and then set a dollar amount.
Arlene.
Thank you.
Hi. Great presentation, thank you. For a nonprofit, Hunt's Exotics Foundation, she'll even bring you a wallaby. You can't lose with a wallaby. You just can't go wrong. Another thing with your social media, you can do featured products, you can do featured customers. Anybody that comes in that says like, you know, ask them, can I take your picture and post it on social? Most of the people that are coming to see you right now know you and they're gonna say yes, absolutely. But then you can also do like a feature item, like, hey look, these fantastic wingback chairs came in and they're
And those
super
sold, by the
comfortable.
way.
Of
Yeah,
course
that's
they did,
the
they were
Facebook.
amazing.
Yeah.
And then you could do like periodically, maybe every other month or every quarter or whatever, you could do an upcycling fair where it's like a maker's mark for people who have used other things to make things. Bonus points if they got something from your shop and made something out of it.
Right. We'll go Pam and then John.
I'm so excited for you. You're gonna do great.
We're gonna do good first, and then we'll do great.
Well, there's a couple things I think foundationally that you have to stay on track with in order to be successful. And you've got a lot of great ideas. So maybe phase some of them. Because what you're gonna have to spend money on is employees. You're not gonna be able to do it all in volunteers. You have to have those key people in place that are gonna manage the volunteers, that are gonna give you the balance so you can go out and do the other things. And if you don't put those key people and pay your employees, you know, what you really value them at, and that's expensive. It's gonna be one of your biggest costs along with your rent. Then the customer service is gonna be key. You can have great items, you can have great causes, you can, but this thrift store market is tough because people go to the thrift store for a couple of things. One, they always want a deal. So no matter how good your prices are, you're gonna have to show them a deal. You're gonna have to do sales. And so kind of figure out if you're gonna do the same sale every day of the week, this is my, shirt day, this is my furniture day. But you're gonna have to have that because no matter how good your prices are, they want a deal. They also, the thrift store, it's like a circuit. They go around and hit them all, and it's a social experience. They're looking for a deal, but it's a social experience. Your customer service, you're going to give good customer service. But if you bring in volunteers who aren't, it could tank you.
Right.
One bad experience, and I'm saying this from experience, one grouchy man that snaps at a customer.
I say it all.
He's on selective.
It gets you a bad Google review, it gets you bad Facebook postings. It's critical. It's very critical. So make sure you put your investment in your employees.
All right, we're going to go to the back, we're going to go to John, and then we're going to come back here. So go ahead.
Alright, what about one of those high-end items, so like maybe a special thing like the ice maker, and utilizing that as a little auction. So do a bidding. And so you know what you want to make on it, but you're going to work on raising money for that nonprofit. So you're going to do a little bidding online to try and make a little extra money for that nonprofit that you're supporting.
John.
I was surprised that one of your asks is not adequate product. You have everything you need?
We have so much. We do take donations because we're not a not-for-profit. You don't get that little paper that they give you in exchange for this stuff. Nobody seems to care about that little piece of paper. But because we have the junk removal company, that is flooding our store along with all of the items that are being donated. We have more stuff than we have room for right now.
So make sure that you keep your product fresh, okay?
Yes.
Moving through, because a lot of these people make the circuit.
Yep.
They're going to visit your store once a week, maybe twice a
We've
week.
only been in business for a week, and we have people who have already been there 3 or 4 times.
And they're going to come back when the price that you have on the item is what they are willing to pay, and then they'll buy it. So make sure that you're doing, within 30 to 45 days, you need to be turning over your whole product.
Hi, Michael Lee Ford, Cornerstone First Mortgage. Have you talked with local high schools about getting service hours for kids who want, college credits and everything for their resume? Because they make great volunteers, very enthusiastic, and can also help you with the social media aspect because Gen Z very into thrifting, very into giving back. So they'd be a great idea to get foot traffic in. On top of it, with the posting, be careful over posting because especially on Instagram, there can be a lot of follower fatigue if you are 7 times a day on actual posts. Use your stories for that. If you've got great products, go to post 700 stories a day, 1 or 2 posts a day. On TikTok, you can do 17 videos a day. It doesn't matter because different people will see different videos. Instagram, you are seen by your followers on everything you post, and you will run into fatigue, and people will stop looking and engaging with your content if you're doing too much.
Well, and I'm glad you brought that up because it's like nobody wants to see what you're fixing for breakfast. But people post, it's like, hey, I'm in my car, I'm driving to the shop. Nobody wants to see that. I don't want to see that. But two thoughts on that, and we're going to get to this row over here. On your time, Jesse Ernst said it one time before, and I think this is great advice for everybody. You set your schedule. Do not vary from it.
Yes.
If you have somebody call you and say, hey, can you meet me at 6 o'clock on Thursday night? And 6 o'clock on Thursday night is family time. You say no. Because they will cater to your schedule, and if you start catering to theirs, you're going to cater to everybody. Set your schedule, set your family time, stick to it. Stick to it. And then the second part is, like we talked about at the beginning, collaborate with the other resale shops in the area. That if somebody comes in and says, hey, I'm looking for this, say, you know what, I don't know, but let me check with the other 2, and maybe you get a little text thing going where you text the other ones, because they may go in to their shop, have something that you might have something they don't. Work together.
Hey, I just want to follow up on one of the things that he said. The whole volunteers of students will not work since you're a for-profit, and the reason why I know this is because we have a 14-year-old now that he's going to start doing work hours for volunteering, and we've already come up with that to where that will not work for a for-profit company.
You have a great list of challenges and some excellent input and feedback. Google has a product called Notebook LM. Very easy to use to set up. I would take all of that data, all the questions, put it in, and let it build you a 30, 60, 90-day plan with return on investment to prioritize all of that in a way that you're more successful. Because you have all the competitive data, you have best practices from around the world. So it's available to you, it doesn't cost you anything.
Right. All right, we'll go to Rose, and then we're going to Ron. Rose?
Hello. Great presentation. So I have two things for you. Food truck. I'm in the process of putting my logo on my food truck, but I can't park it at my house. So, finding a location to put my food truck. So I think you should maybe have, like people like myself, park and pay you monthly, and you'll have, we'll have a space. And then also, that's advertisement for me, and it's advertisement for you. Also, maybe one day when we do 1 Million Cup, we could do a field trip from here. And yeah, that would be a great idea.
All right, I'm gonna go the opposite. I'm gonna caution on renting out space in the park. You got to be very particular who you're working with, because the wrong people they're gonna trash up the area, even though it's behind it. Next thing you know is they're gonna have a truck. They're gonna start throwing pallets. Be careful who you build it. It's a good source of income. Be careful. Rohan.
When I used to work at a classic car dealership, we had a guy there that was a student, and he was interning, and he was getting paid by the government. He just had to log his hours with it was a for-profit company. He just had to log his hours, and he'd get paid from the government. So I don't know if you can look into that, where you can have kids that are interning that get paid, and they can learn about social media, they can post them, and they can learn about things like that.
We're going to go about 2 more minutes. John.
Just remember, there's no donor loyalty in this business. It's what's convenient. So make sure that when you're accepting donations, whatever they are, that it's really, really convenient. If it's not, they'll go to the place down the street.
Another thought for your social media, you can have like a tag bag where you have your counter in there. You can put like a basket or something, and everybody who checks in at your shop or tags your shop with a picture during that month, you then draw from those people, somebody's going to win a basket. Because then you'll get people saying, oh my goodness, I was here, blah, 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 or take pictures in the shop or of the stuff they got. And the more tags you get, they count like, kind of like backlinks to your website. And their friends are going to start seeing it, and you're following over up.
I got one real quick.
Last one.
Okay, so from a business standpoint, be careful with all of the different things that you're gonna do. You gotta really, whatever event that you're gonna do, you're gonna have to get some supplemental insurance. So that is a cost for anything to do with events and things like that. So just consider that in your budget on a monthly basis.
So one thing I wanted to point out, and a thought too, is the biggest challenge, just getting people to walk through there. Everybody that comes through there, have a list of items that you need that you're updating, maybe on a weekly, because Marie and I were talking earlier about, I think people are downsizing, I think people are decluttering, people are looking for places to take their stuff. I know my wife and I did it, and Marie's in the process of doing it. We have so much stuff as a people, it's time to unload the stuff. And give them a list of, hey, this is what I'm looking for. And just take it all. So we're going to go ahead and pass out some business cards so everybody knows where they are located. So let's thank Delaney again. She is going to come back in 6 months, tell us how the suggestions from today went. For the first timers, now you see what happens. What we meet here every day. You know, the thing that we always talk about, and I talk about a lot. People ask me, "Who's the presenter?" It doesn't matter who the presenter is. It's the challenges. Every business has the same challenges. So we want you here, regardless of what the business is, because the challenges are something that we can all relate to. So let's move on to community announcements. Hands up, please. Let's go back to Nikki.
Good morning, everyone. Today is the Fresh Market. We have tonight from 5 to 8, and then our last one for the year is next week, the 17th, from 5 to 8, and then we take a 2-week break for New Year, or Christmas and New Year. So please remember to come on out. Tonight we have more than just the Fresh Market. We're going to have Evolved Dance Group performing, and free line dancing, and free yoga as well. So please come on out. And then the last, and then the last thing I was given permission, we have an event in January. Is our very first event is called United in Faith Pop-Up. It is a Christian-based, faith-based business event, and we are looking for some churches to partner with us as well. The reason why we're doing that is because we want them to come out to have a free booth to then, you know, let the community know about their church and whatnot. And only thing in return that we ask is that they provide a game or something that provides entertainment for the kids and such. So, and I have a couple ideas for the games, like trivia and stuff. So if you have a church or a part of a church or have a connection, please let me know. I have to get this done before Christmas because it is on January 10th. Okay? Thank you.
I'll do the best I can to put you in touch with the person at our church. Alan.
Hi, good morning, everybody. Alan Bernstein, HR Office Savers. I have a monthly agreement with SCORE, nonprofit, to present on soft skills and HR stuff, and I have one coming up next week on Thursday, Civility in the Workplace. These are free webinars. I invite everyone to sign up, and even if you can't make it, you get a recording. I have flyers on the table, and hope you can make it.
Kristen.
Okay, so Nikki forgot, and I'm going to do it. Wednesday Market is having a Christmas market, yes, at Sensational Farms. Bob's AC is a sponsor, and the first 40 people that come see me get a ticket for a free drink. So come have a beer or wine, come have a beer or wine on Bob's AC, and shop and be merry and have fun.
It's from 5 to 9 at Sensational Farms in Umatilla. We will have a monster truck. Our monster truck will be there for monster truck rides with Santa and free Santa photos provided by Advent Health. It is this Saturday from 5 to 9 at Sensational.
Arlene.
Hi, Arlene, Happy Hippie Customs. On Tuesdays, every Tuesday, we have Open Table Tuesday. Some people come for food, some people come for community, whatever your reason. You have a seat at our table. Come in, enjoy a meal with us. We also do weekly Wednesdays, every Wednesday at 5, and this Wednesday we have a guest reader. So if you want to come in tonight, we have a special reader, bring the kiddos, we'll read the story.
All right. Wrap them up. Oh, we got 2 more. We'll go Marie and then Shelley, and then we'll move on. Remember, anything that you have, we generally want the announcements to be within the next 7 days, and throw and free events, and then put flyers in the back, whether it's 6 months out or 3 months out or next week as well. Marie.
Tomorrow is the Lake Eustis Area Chamber of Commerce open house. We will have from 8 to 9 our coffee chat, and our guest tomorrow is Mayor Willie Hawkins. So if you would like to come, Scoopers provides our coffee, and then the rest of the day it's a drop-in. We will have snacks and beverages throughout the day. Come in, see what we're about, and connect, and happy holidays to everybody.
Shelley.
Flavors and door prizes. I'm sorry, I forgot, because Angie has donated. Okay, door prizes. We love door prizes. Okay.
All right, now Shelley.
Flavor Time will be at Feast Deli on Friday for a kitchen takeover, and we will also be at Wednesday Market at Sensational Farm on Saturday.
All right, Rose.
I'm having a yearly youth Christmas concert at my church, 301 West Ward Avenue in Eustis, Win One Ministries. It's 5 o'clock on Sunday, 5 to 8.
All right. If you have an event, scan the QR code, upload your flyer. It will be on the LEAD website, correct, Ray?
Yep.
So anybody, and how many people follow the website now? It's thousands, isn't it?
I think, well, the social medias, yeah.
Yeah, several thousand people are now following LEAD. So when they go to the LEAD calendar to see what's coming up, if you scan and put your event there, they're going to find your event. So hopefully that will lead to some different, getting more people to attend these events. And again, there it is, the QR code. If you want to add it to the LEAD website, scan that there. And lastly, again, let's thank Delaney and her family for presenting today. I wish Juan was here because this was always his thing. It was his favorite part of the meeting, the group picture. But before we go to the group picture, I know it's the holidays. We've got one more meeting next week. Then we're going to take a break until January 7th. Bring somebody next week. Invite a friend. Invite a business partner. Someone that you've been looking to do business with. Attendance has been a little bit light. We need to push that back to where we're getting back to the 45, 50 a week. The more people we have, the more great feedback we have, the better it is for everybody presenting. And it's also good for the people attending because I can't tell you how many people have told me I don't need to present because every question, every challenge I've had in my business, I've got answered from sitting right here. So let's invite somebody that has not been, but they said, you know what, I've heard a lot about that. Let's fill the room next week, and then let's kick off January 7th on a great note. So thank you for being here.
Hold on 1 second. I got to say something. Real quick, a little bit more plug on Million Cups. If you guys got some value out of this, please go on our website and like us and follow us. But then also share with family and friends from other states because this is happening across the state, or excuse me, the country, on Wednesdays. And it could be from 8:30 to 11 o'clock or what have you, but it's happening all over the country. So share this with other family and friends.
Write a review. Yeah, write a review.
And please write a review on our Facebook page so we can continue to increase.
All right, thank you. We're going to put the Fosters up front, and then everybody else is going to gather behind. Yes, Gary, up front.